Hello guys, and a very warm welcome to my channel. So my name is Sneaky for those of you who are new, and if you are new, that means you must click the subscribe button because this channel is all about motherhood related content, especially for new moms. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys why you should be breastfeeding, or basically the benefits of breastfeeding. This is actually the first video of a 3-part series where I'm going to be speaking about the importance of breastfeeding. So basically it's going to be where I'm going to be speaking about breastfeeding in totality. So this video is about basically why you should be breastfeeding, because so many of us want to breastfeed, or we like, what's the hype about it? So this video is about that. And second video is going to be about basically managing your supply. I'm going to be telling you guys why your breast milk supply is tanking and how to hopefully get it back to normal. And in the third video, I'm going to be speaking about breastfeeding or expressing 101, because a lot of people aren't really sure of how does expressing breast milk work. So I'm going to be mentioning that. But part one, let's talk about why you should be breastfeeding. So this is not bashing formula, because obviously some women can breastfeed, some can't. But if you're unsure about why you should be breastfeeding, then this video is definitely for you. And if you also just want reinforcement on your decision to breastfeed, this video is also for you. So first things first about breast milk is that breast milk is the best nutrition that your baby needs. It's got exactly what your baby needs in the correct quantities. So this basically means you don't need to supplement it with anything. It's exactly how God designed your baby and then designed your baby's food. You don't need to add or subtract. It's just everything is perfect. So if your baby needs protein, that is exactly what your breast milk will produce, and it actually even changes properties as your baby grows up. So the milk that you feed a 2-day-old baby from your breast won't be the same as the milk that you feed your 6-month-old baby. So basically all the nutrients that your baby needs, it will get them in the right quantities from breast milk. It's how God designed it. Second reason, or another reason, which is also linked to breast milk and health, is about breast milk actually helps prevent diseases or viruses. Basically, breast milk has antibodies, which you might find that formula doesn't. Actually, not might find, formula just doesn't. So basically everything that the mother has been exposed to during her life and is now immune to because they're an adult, then you'll find that your baby as well, because they are breastfeeding, they will also be immune to those viruses, especially your flu and all of those things. Another reason that breastfeeding is really important for our babies is that it actually helps to fight off diseases, and not just diseases now in childhood, but also later on in life when they are growing up to be adults. It fights your risk of them getting leukemia and diabetes. So it's about 15 to 20% less risk if they are breastfed. Another reason is that obviously it's good bonding for your baby. So it's quite a transition. Imagine you are in utero, flying in amniotic fluid, swimming in it for 9 whole months, and then all of a sudden you are yanked out. That just means you are transitioning from being in liquid form to living around air, around people, different noises. So this can be stressful for a baby. So if your baby is breastfed and they are kept fairly close to you, it gives them that skin to skin feeling and that comfort. So it eases that transition from baby being a fetus to being a baby on earth with us other human beings. So another reason that I have here is that breast milk actually promotes a healthy weight for your baby, and it reduces the risk of your baby being obese as time goes on, which is quite interesting. So those are the benefits for the baby. So now I'm going to be sharing the benefits for the mom, because obviously you're like, oh, okay, it's the best, but what about me, So if you're still wondering about you, first of all, breast milk actually helps reduce the risk of diseases for you as well as the mom. So basically, it reduces your risk of getting diabetes, breast cancer, and a whole lot of other diseases, which is awesome. So especially if you've got cancer running in your family. So it's actually a good reason to consider. Another reason is that it gives you a reason to relax and sit. I don't know how many times my daughter would be in the bathroom and say, "Oh mommy, I made poo poo, please come wipe," and I'm like, "I'm busy breastfeeding." Then my husband will have to attend to it. So basically, breastfeeding gives you a break. It gives you a reason to sit down, because sometimes when you have these babies, we just don't have time to sit and relax. So breastfeeding gives you that time, even if it is just a little bit. Another reason that breastfeeding is good for you as the mom is that it actually gives you time off from your period. So usually menstruation stops while you are breastfeeding, so that is definitely one positive, and it's actually more or less a contraceptive way that you can use to stop. It's a natural contraceptive, breastfeeding, but obviously bodies differ, and it's definitely not 100%, but it does stop you from going on your period, and everyone could use a break from going on the period. Another reason is that there's actually less time off work, because if your baby is sick a little bit less, it means that you spend less time off work, which will help you, especially if you want promotions and you want to progress in your career, because it means you don't have a sick child that you need to take care of at home. Another reason that a lot of people swear by is that breastfeeding helps you lose weight. So yeah, a lot of people say that, but for me, I don't necessarily believe this one, or that hasn't been my experience. I feel like while I'm breastfeeding, I'm as hungry as I don't know what, and I just want to eat everything in sight. So, but for some people, breastfeeding really helps them to lose weight. Another reason is that your uterus, why you should consider breastfeeding as a mom, is that your uterus actually contracts much quicker, so your stomach kind of gets smaller as well, because obviously when you're pregnant, your uterus multiplies in size to accommodate the baby, but while you're breastfeeding, those muscles actually contract, and then it gets smaller earlier than if you are not breastfeeding. Another very good one is that it helps reduce the risk of depression. Another super important reason why you should consider breastfeeding is that it actually helps you save time and a whole lot of money. So as much as when you are breastfeeding, you might find that you need to buy a breast pump, you need to buy nursing bras, and I don't know, I can't think of other stuff right now, but those things actually add up to be much cheaper than the amount that you would spend on formula. That being said, guys, if you are considering breastfeeding, so those are some of the reasons that you can actually consider. Let me know down below what other reasons or benefits I may not have mentioned that you've experienced from breastfeeding, so that we can encourage other moms who want to go on the breastfeeding journey. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please stay tuned for part 2 and part 3 of the breastfeeding series, where I will be sharing why your breast milk is tanking and how to get it up, and thirdly, I'll also be sharing managing breastfeeding and being back at work. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe.